You're right, people. Come out to the shed first time in 2 days. It's been chucking it now. And very windy. It's still windy, but I've got stuff to do. So I've got a Honda GCV 135. Need to service, but it's not coming in there till it's been washed. It's my mate's. So we'll get it jet washed. I'm not going to video that this time. You've seen me do that a few times. Then we'll get it on the bench. And I painted it on the back, and there's a few chips on it, so I'm just going to touch them up and see what we can do with them. So we'll crack on with it. Right, there it is. It's had a jet wash. And so have I. Just do this. I'm going to wipe it over with a rag and just leave it out there to dry off a bit. And I'm going to touch the paintwork up, like I said, because it's the jet washer took a bit off it. I've degreased the engine, so that's all nice and clean now. So we'll get it in and give it a service. Catch you in a bit. Right, this one, I'm not going to clean the carb on this because I had it in, I think 3 months before the end of the season, and I've stripped the carb down completely and cleaned it all out. I put it for the ultrasonic cleaner actually, so I know all that works because I've started this up. It starts fine, but all I'm going to do is change the oil and put a new spark plug in it and a new filter and sort this filter box out because it keeps saying this is falling off, and when I got it, it was wrapped with duct tape. But I serviced, like I say, serviced it just before the end of 3 months before the end of the season. You can see that's been done recently. So this mower is like when he has a job that's a bit of a pig, then this is the mower he uses. And if he was honest, he probably abuses it, to be fair. But he loves it. He bought it off me probably 5 years ago now, and it just runs forever. So that air filter don't need changing. So this ain't going to be much of a service, to be fair. But let's have a look at this plug. See what it's running like. Too bad actually, but we'll stick a new one in. It's a GKM one, so get that done. Yeah, the air filter box, it has problems. It says it keeps falling off, and this is a brand new one because I put a brand new one on it because it was doing that before. So what I'm going to do with this is, because he never services a mower, he never looks at a mower, he never changes anything on a mower. He's not that fussed, you know what I mean. As long as they start, he's happy as Lara. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put 2 little grub screws in there, which will stop that falling off altogether. And then when it wants servicing at the end of next year, he'll bring it to me and I'll just get them screws out. Stuff will wipe over. See where the green paint's come off there? Green paint, the black paint's come off. I tidied it up last year. There is a video of me tidying this one off, but I'm just going to tidy these back up so it looks like a decent mower when he goes to a customer's house. Like so. What was I going to do next? I've got to get the blade off it, haven't I? First things first, and I better get the oil out of it. definitely going to need oil. I think there's not. That oil's a bit blacker than the other under I did for him, so we'll definitely get that changed. Actually, my oil bottle's nearly full. I'll have to take it down the tip. Just do that. Oh yeah. I've just washed the underside of it, as if you remember the other Honda. There are half an acre under it, I think. But, this one's been cleaned. Getting it. Yeah, just the bubbles. But if you can see that thing, get that out of the way. Can you see that? Up to there. Take it down the tip, get rid of it. Put it back in for now. Look at this blade. I know I sharpened it actually when I had it in when I did the car. So I don't think it'll be that bad. Just drop these angles down. When I was on the bench in the shed, if you move the angles up, you can't tip it over. Look. Yep, that's the one. Yeah, that blade don't look too bad actually. You check. Pretty clean. Jet washed up nicely. I'm having a really good time. What then? We'll get this blade off and get it sharpened. Right, that's back off this time. That's all been sharpened. Same on the other side. It's easy to turn the blade round because the spark plug's not in by the way. So there's a build up of compression. But that's good to go. Right, so let's get some oil back in it. And then I can just tidy the paintwork up. Knocking the camera about. Here's my oil. Right, well, that's the air filter back on. Saw what it looked like, but he kept, like I say, he kept seeing that box fall off all the time. So I put 2 tiny grub screws in there, which means that ain't coming off. Some people would say that's a bodge job, but it's not really, because John's like me with cars. If something goes wrong with my car, it goes to the garage to get fixed. If something goes wrong with his motor, it comes there to get fixed. So he never touches anything on it. So when it comes in next year for the service, I know them screws are there, so I'll be servicing it. So it's good to go. Well, when I say it's good to go, I want to touch these bits up. Because he likes his motors to look good when he goes to customers' houses, which is fair enough. Right, you don't need to see me painting that, so if you just bear with me a second, I've got one other thing to do. So that wasn't really a service, that man. It was more of a case of a check over, because like I say, it was done 3 months before the end of the season. Air filters are good, spark plug, had a new one, blade's been sharpened, you know, just the essential things just to keep them running nicely. And it don't hurt to have them checked over every now and again. You have to have them serviced all the time. You know, if you get them serviced once a year, winterise them, should be good to go. You know, mowers are mowers. Thing is, a lot of people wait till they break down before they bring them in. It's like, well, then it's the job. Anyway, I had another sticker through the post, and it's from Nev, Tinkering Tailor. Pretty smart looking sticker, that. Nev, he's got quite a big shack actually. He's been kitting it out with stuff now for about a year, I think. And he's been buying himself some nice gadgets. He's got a mop machine that, like, you stick a branch in it, turns it to dust basically. It's a nice big one that you can tow behind the car. It works a treat. He changed the blades on that, I think, in one of his videos, yeah. And I know he's bought a chainsaw recently. He repairs mowers and other stuff like, and then he comes up with like handy tips for the shed, for storage and stuff like that. He's a nice bloke, Nev, so I'll put a link to Nev's channel in the description. Go and check him out, give him a sub. Because like I say, he's a nice bloke. So I'll stick him up on the window. I'll stick him up just below AJ10. Oops, get it straight now. Right, you're on the window now. Right, I shall crack on with my day now. I've got to go into Scarborough Town Centre in this wind. So, catch you in the next one, folks. Thanks for watching.